Why are countries refraining from hosting the Olympics? What is it about the Olympics that results in countries all around the globe backing out from hosting the grand sporting event? As the 2024 Paris Olympics have commenced with an absolute bang, what are some limitations and cons of hosting a major sporting event like the Olympics that have popped up for the world? And what is the next step for the Olympic organization in terms of making things easier and smoother for countries to host the event? Let's find out, shall we? The 2024 Olympics are being held in Paris, but the city's responsibility in terms of hosting the event has resulted in bigger problems. Well, first of all, the major issue when hosting such a significant sporting event is overspending. The economic impact of hosting the Olympics is not as positive as it seems. Most cities have suffered massively in debt after hosting the Games, and it is now clear that cities that do not have the necessary infrastructure may be better off not submitting bids in the first place. Forget the bidding process, which already costs that much. Do you know how much it costs for a country to host the Olympics? Let's take examples from past events. SP London spent a whopping amount of $14.6 billion to host the Olympics and Paralympics in 2012. And you know of that amount, $4.4 billion came from the pockets of the taxpayers. Beijing spent $42 billion on hosting in 2008. Athens, Greece spent $15 billion on hosting the 2004 Olympics. Sydney paid $4.6 billion to host the Olympics in 2000, out of which taxpayers covered $11.4 million. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, paid over $20 billion for the 2016 Olympics. Do you see the exorbitant sums and amounts incurred by these countries to host the Olympics? Such is the economic impact of hosting, that countries cannot take the risk of spending so much and then falling into debt. Now, not just the economic reasons. There are several environmental, climate-related, security, city traffic, and population-related issues that countries will have to take care of when they take up this huge task of organizing and hosting the Olympics. Let's simply take the example of the ongoing 2024 Paris Olympics and the adverse effects it has had so far on the city as well as the country. Public transport fares increased, areas got crowded, right in front of the respective Olympic venues, and of course, the amount of carbon emission and waste being produced is no joke. These environmental effects are extremely hazardous and can have long-lasting effects as well. Many people, along with France itself, strongly believe that Paris's tourism and popularity in the world would soar higher as a result of the Olympic Games being hosted by the country, but nothing like that has happened so far. And that is exactly why Los Angeles is now considering backing out from hosting the 2028 Olympic Games, with many organizations and activist groups discouraging the city from hosting the event. In 2004, 11 cities were at the forefront of hosting the Olympics, and 2 decades down the line, only 2 cities, that is Paris and Los Angeles, are the only ones who have applied to host the mega sporting event. Also, let's not forget how much host cities have to pay for housing, transportation, and most importantly, the biggest reason for loss of money, the venues. For example, Athens had to build 22 new venues, while Beijing had to build 12 new venues, which included a whopping $460 million venue. Then there are the costs for ticket sales, TV contracts, and sponsorships, which are so high that countries fail to turn them into profits. Not only that, there is no rise in tourism seen after the events as well, with many of the new venues going unused after the Olympics. For example, Beijing's $460 million venue goes unused now and costs approximately $10 million to maintain every single year. So with all these reasons, which sound like serious problems for a country, why would anyone want to host the Olympics right?